May 29, 1917, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the second son of Joseph and Rose Kennedy, was born into a powerful Irish-American family. Jack was an average student, but he excelled in English and history. He attended Harvard, where this interest became apparent in his published senior thesis, Why England Slept, about Great Britain's appeasement of Adolf Hitler. At 24, he enlisted in the Navy and became commander of torpedo boat PT-109. While patrolling the Pacific during World War II, the boat was sunk. An excellent swimmer, JFK used a life jacket clenched between his teeth to tow a wounded shipmate to a deserted island. JFK's older brother Joe died in the war when his plane exploded. So it fell upon JFK to fulfill his father's ambition of a Kennedy becoming the first Irish American in the White House.
She was born Jacqueline Lee Bouvier on July 28, 1929, in Southampton, New York.
She's the child of privilege. They grew up in New York and summered in all the right places.
She went to Farmington, which is a girls' school in Connecticut, and then went to Vassar, and then studied in France at the Sorbonne.
Jackie was a skilled writer and took an interest in journalism following her education.
Jackie could have had a brilliant career as a fashion journalist. In 1951, she won Vogue magazine's Prix de Paris, which was a writing contest with a prize of an internship in Paris. But her mother wouldn't let her go.
In 1952, Jackie met U.S. Representative John Kennedy at a dinner party of a mutual friend.
Jack was an aspiring politician, and she was beautiful, and she was charming and elegant and well-educated. So I think on paper, she was the perfect partner for him, as well as in person.
And the two were married on September 12, 1953. Jack and Jackie had 3 children, but only Caroline and John Jr. survived childhood.
She hated campaigning. She didn't like to be out in a lot of crowds.
She was not by his side the way some wives are today on the campaign trail.
John Kennedy is elected in 1960, the dawn of a new decade. There's this great juxtaposition by an older president leaving office and this new, younger, vigorous person succeeding him. And Kennedy, in some ways, was the first president to be a media creation. People wanted to know what was going on with the first family, and I think helped fundamentally change the way in which people view the president.
She did this tour of the White House on television, and it was one of these things that absolutely riveted the country, because it was, people all wanted to see the inside of the White House. We're all voyeurs. We all want to see how other people live. But it was a sensation, because people who would never, ever be invited to the White House themselves could feel as though they were part of it.
In 1963, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy brought a tragic end to Jackie's time in the White House.
And John celebrates his 3rd birthday with a soldier's farewell to his father.
There's nothing more stunning than a president being assassinated, and to have him be this young, energetic, handsome president with his beautiful wife in a bright pink suit, assassinated in front of everyone with bloodstains all over her suit, was such an extraordinary symbol of the violence and the horror of it all. She didn't want to take the suit off. She kept saying, no, I want them to see what they've done. She knew she had to leave the White House. She decided to live in Washington, but she realized that she couldn't live there. It was just, Washington is too small a town, and that she was a sort of grieving widow right in the shadow of the White House, being scrutinized every minute, and that she had to get away and get someplace that would give her some sense of anonymity. And so I think moving to New York, she got that.